Over the course of your weeks, months, and years in law school, your skills as a learner of the law will improve all on their own. You can do a brute force approach and plow through law school, kapatid, and you will be a good lawyer someday. However, tonight I wish to show you 5 things that helped me overtake the steep learning curve of law school. Here is how to be a better learner of the law. All of this and more coming right up. This episode is brought to you by Dekada! 10 life lessons from 10 years in law school. Sa akdang ito, ako na ang nagkamali, nadapa, lumuha at nasaktan para ikaw kapatid ay makatapos sa loob ng 4 o 6 na taon. Think of it as a game guide, a cheat sheet that you can use throughout your law school journey. By purchasing this ebook, you are sowing the seeds of free legal aid for those who fall within the gaps of the law. With your help, we can bring the law to the people and more people to the law. Grab your copy through the link in the description down below. Hi, my name is Lex and welcome to Lex in Motion. In this channel, I'll be helping you build your competence, confidence, and capability in law school. Start today by hitting the subscribe button below. New episodes are posted every Friday. Tip number 1, the law demands precision. The sooner that you are able to wrap your hand around the idea that the law demands precision, the sooner you would be able to learn and appreciate the law for what it is. The law demands precision, kapatid. The exact words of the codal provisions you are learning bear some form of meaning, which when altered, changed, or worse, omitted, would drastically change the meaning of the law. Halimbawa, sa ilalim ng Article 11 ng Revised Penal Code, one of the elements of self-defense is the reasonable necessity of the means employed to prevent or repel the unlawful aggression. If for whatever reason nung ikay nagbabasa ng iyong codal ay nalaktawan mo ang salitang reasonable, which in turn qualifies or modifies the word necessity, maaaring maisip mo na pasok naman sa self-defense ang paggamit ng 12-gauge shotgun kung ang nangaaway sa iyo ay laway at matatalim na salita lamang ang dala. Kung ating lalaktawan ng salitang prevent, ang magiging kahulugan ng batas ay ang self-defense ay mag-a-apply lamang kung mayroon ng actual attack at hindi pala valid ang self-defense upang pigilan ang attacker. Kailangan palang maging tanga muna bago ka protektahan ng batas. Kung ikaw naman ay nagkamali sa conjunction na or at nasulat mo na prevent and repel it, ang magiging kahulugan nito ay valid lamang ang self-defense kung mayroong prevention plus repulsion. Hindi ka pala po protektahan ng batas kung pinigilan mo lang ang attacker. Ay kailangan mo pala itong puksain. The law demands precision, kapatid. My advice for you is to be careful with what you read. Hindi sasapat na pahapyaw ang basa dahil kailangan mo itong himayin at unawain. This brings me to tip number 2. Focus on the codal provisions. The codal provisions are the purest, rawest form of the law. It is the form of the law as it was written down by Congress, approved by the President, and passed down to us, the learners and practitioners of the law. The codal provisions embody the exact will of the Filipino people as enacted by our representatives in Congress, who in between bickering and grandstanding, launching witch hunts, and giving us the latest and greatest exposés in aid of re-election, in aid of legislation pala, also make laws that we now use. There is no substitute to the codal provisions. Hindi ubrang yung interpretation ng rules of court, kapatid, dahil hindi naman siya tinaguri ang 2019 Rules of Civil Procedure according to insert name here. Hindi tayo pwedeng umimbento dahil merong eksaktong set of rules na standard para sa ating lahat. Tip number 3, there are no substitutes to reading the full text versions of the decisions of the Supreme Court. Just as in my previous point, plenty is lost when you read the digests of your classmates who may have been distracted or simply lazily copied and pasted the full text digest for the sake of compliance in your class or group's requirement. When you read the decisions from the municipal trial court in cities or even those from the regional trial court, you will notice that almost every sentence contains a footnote. This means that the judge or the ponente of the decision is drawing or taking basis from the previous decisions, from the records of the case, or from the doctrines of the Supreme Court. The sheer number of citations should tell you that very little original thought exists, not because the judge is not an original thinker, but because everything they have to write has to have some basis either in fact or in law. As you move up to the Court of Appeals and the Supreme Court, the citations are fewer and fewer in between because these courts are no longer tasked with adjudicating or determining the rights of the parties in relation to what they were able to prove. Rather, they are tasked with interpreting and educating the rest of us as to what the law means given a particular set of circumstances. Most of the thought processes of the Supreme Court are lost when you read the digests of your classmates. You are assigned cases for a reason. Sometimes it is up to you to determine why, given a similar set of facts, the Supreme Court gives us two different decisions. When you begin to compare and to compare successfully, then you begin to learn beyond the law. I know, kapatid, that learning through full text decisions is tedious. I get that. I know that, considering that in the olden days, we didn't have much of the internet to look for the full text cases. We had to look them up in the library or have them copied through our beloved library staff. Looking back as an adult, I want to tell you this. Hindi sayang ang oras mo dyan. Tip number 4, keep your distractions to a bare minimum. The pursuit of the law in all its glory is a great and grand thing. However, despite your hyper upbeat optimistic attitude, you can be waylaid through distractions. Distractions ay yung pagkatuto sa batas, ang yung cellphone, laptop at tablet kung sila ay hindi na lang mga tools of the trade o mga kasangkapan ng iyong pagkatuto. Distraction na sila kung ikaw ay tambay na lamang sa Reddit o nalululong sa kakanood mo sa TikTok nang hindi mo namamalayan na higit kalahating oras ka na palang nakatae ay hindi ka pa din tumatayo. Distraction ding may tuturing ang pakikipagtalastasan sa mga kaklase mong walang alam o ikaw na walang alam na nakikinig lang sa kung kaninong nagdi-discuss without first learning the precise language of the law. Find a way to deal with your distraction. Disiplina pa din at the end of the day ang kailangan, kapatid. Think of your life choices. Ano ba ang mas mahalaga sa'yo? Bakit ka nga ba nandirito? Tip number 5, repetitions matter. Just as in building muscle, the quality of your repetitions is just as important as how much you're lifting, how long you're lifting for, and how well you are lifting heavy things. In law school, repetitions matter. If you've done poorly in one codal provision, do better in the next. If you've glossed over the last case and missed the doctrine, do better in your next one. You will grow as a learner of the law. You will soon be able to filter what is important and not important in a particular case. You will soon be able to sort which codal provisions are mission critical. I hope you've learned something from me tonight. Salamat, kapatid, kung inabot mo ang ending ng episode na to. Salamat kung sa ilang minutang nagdaan ikaw ay may natutunan. If you would like to see more content on how to build your capability in law school, please let me know by typing yes in the comments down below. Alam ko na simpleng yes lang ito, kapatid, pero mahalaga ito sa amin. By typing yes in the comments, you are telling me and telling the team that what we do here is helpful. By typing yes in the comments, you are telling me and telling the team that an actual sentient human being watched this episode at may totoong tao ang nakinabang sa aming pinagpapaguran. Thank you so much for watching. Like and share this episode for good law school karma, and I'll see you again next Friday.